Hey, I don't gotta shoot, I got shooters. Pull it in the cooler. I know the way to keep the alcohol. I know that everybody about the ball. All of my niggas is savages. Mean up the point of them savages. I know that them fly got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, I have a girl. She love the magic like a bird. And the ball like a bird. Get it, let it outside. Let it breathe. Get some air. Baby, please, I'm already there. Decade and creamery everywhere. My purpose in me is a love affair. Selling the streets is a buzzing head. Can't be down with me from my bed. Hey, this is my style. Do with this in some attention. Hey, talk wild. So I guess I'm gonna keep on spitting. Nigga, I'm about your style. But you know, I'm in mention. My daddy better than you. I'm making it tight in no tension. I it's the bread and food. Apply time to spread and make me smooth. I'm moving, is move. The only option not to lose. I'm sorry. Your breezy clearly walk the ass over here. I ain't sorry. Acting think I ran off a bit. I ain't sorry. You tripping, think oh yo, you grip. I ain't sorry. Hey. You feeling me? Hey, I ain't sorry. I don't even feel that bad, my nigga. I ain't sorry. Give no fucks about your ass, my nigga. I ain't sorry. You got nigga choose. Keep popping like a tool. Or your bitch hold them roll. Cold in the ice and the reload. But in the wheel and I come for the deal. Collect the fuck down the bill. When I grew up for real, dropping numbers on the feeling still. Cause she wanted to high, still a wheel. Over killing, she better kill a meal. Crash a plane, go fuck a bill, the women's feel. As real as it gets, off the real to real. But we don't fuck with that, so digital. My cash, I was knocking them in the mill. I put that in the max and it track the bill. No, south, northeast, southeast. I'm a beast, better than that for the rap sheets. For the rhyming, you know they can catch me. You can catch me, y'all remember shoes. This my time, my nigga, I done make do. If they watch my movements, study how move, but I'm a nigga blooming like nothing do. Hey, how I'm gonna do it for self. Hey, nigga always on this grind. Hey, keep their job. Hey, never happen in a time. Wait, but I ain't gonna never stop. Hey, money hours on my mind. Hey, I ain't sorry. Niggas, you think I ran off what you did? I ain't sorry. You tripping, so you think I ain't sorry. Hey, you ain't.
I ain't sorry. Mad because I ain't got no shirt on. I ain't sorry. I don't even know where my shirt is. Bienvenidos. Welcome. Broadcasting from a bioregion of the desert Southwest, the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Coffee and Bong Hits with Jesse. I am Jesse. Man, I just been crushing it. Remember this, Blazer fans. Teleporter, always better than Terry Porter. Oh, look at that bad angle on my jump shot. Get that shit centered. There you go. Man, John Stockton would never pass me the ball. My shorts are too long. So here's a weird thing, man. The lady asked me the other day when I was moving out. She said, "You're moving out of your apartment?" She said, "Isn't Hawaii expensive?" And I thought for half a second, I was like, "Look, lady, I could be poor in Portland. I could be poor in Hawaii. Shit, you could go be poor at the Great Pyramids if you can get a passport. It doesn't matter, right? Like wherever you put yourself, you're just going to adapt to your situation. And so that's why I'm in Las Vegas, because energetically I wanted to adapt to my situation. It's not so much like, do I want to get caught up in the glamour and glitz and the lights and the lifestyle and the sparkles and the confetti and the tinsel and the glitter? No, that's not why I'm here. I haven't even left. I got picked up at the airport. I got carried over, set next to a pool, handed a plug in, and I've only slept a small handful of hours since I've been here. Every night every day I've spent at least 4 or 5 hours in messages. I mean, in meetings via Messenger. I've been grinding. The mission isn't over. It's not like I'm in Las Vegas celebrating, because there's nothing to celebrate. We're not even in the top 7,000 shows in the world anymore. We've fallen to like 7,200. We're crap. We're crap. Hey, Finda, can you go in the group, please, and share the link to, or like even just like type in just urbansurvivorman.com in that group, please, or anybody else that's listening. The early bird crew looking like Finda and Corey Castbarn. Yo, man. Yo, Corey. Sorry. We should have a meeting real soon about the RPG. Man, there's so many things coming at me from different directions that are all... Imagine, here's a math problem for you. 10 trains are coming at 100 miles an hour, and they're all heading directly for you. And you've been telling people for a long time, I hear the train is coming. It's rolling down the bend. And then there's a train coming this way, and then there's a train coming this way. And they are all headed directly for you in this giant energetic collision. The forces of nature are just fire, water, air, earth, trees, rainbows, dewdrops, thunder, twisters, all the things. You are every bit equally the same force of nature. Mercury retrograde. Yesterday I was in a meeting, and they said, you know how people don't understand your show and then you just start laughing at stuff? I was like, yeah. I totally know that part of my show. Hey, check this out. So I brought this with me from Portland to Las Vegas. But here, guess what? It was empty the whole time. All right? So it was just like practice. If TSA would have like tackled me and then just started beating my ass and tasing me and pepper spraying me, I'd have been like, wait. Psych. But it didn't work that way because nobody cares, and that's how casual the airlines are right now about pushing your weed back and forth. But here's the catch. I never threw this away, and then I just fell for it. I'm like, show's about to start. Let me grab a jar of weed. Punked myself. Okay, it's 10:10. This is a good time for me to remind you guys of a couple things. Hopefully, I warned you guys. I was like, don't get used to watching this show on Facebook. You're going to have to learn to come to the website. So hopefully you found us on urbansurvivorman.com, home of the Aloha Wall Walker, which is the, I don't know, top 3. Like, when I thought it was just me versus Michael Jordan, I was like, okay, I think we got him beat because we're both wearing shorts. We're both wearing shorts, but he's in a gym and I'm at the ocean swimming and swinging on vines and trying to communicate with dolphins and get eaten by a whale and shot out the blowhole. Remember this, kids. If you get eaten by a whale and spit back out its mouth, you might as well just not even get eaten by a whale. You really need to get shot out the blowhole. Or don't even swim home. Just die out there. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, even though that door was technically big enough for both of them. Hey, that's what they're talking about. Why does he laugh when we don't understand the joke? It was Titanic. Okay. Like I said, this show ain't for everybody, but for some people, this is exactly what you're looking for. Which is just a daily reminder that you're just a spiritual being made out of stardust and crazy molecules, and you're only a couple of atoms from being a drop of water and a couple DNA variants from being a pig or a freaking fruit bat. Speaking of fruit, keep pushing the narrative that fruit is good for you. It's better than a vaccine and not as controversial, although people can somehow find controversy in fruit. Holy shit, bro. Swear to God, you start talking about how great fruit is, people are like, well, did you know that the most nutritious part of an orange is the white stuff? Or whatever. I don't know what they say. I don't care what they say. Do. Let me eat my damn watermelon. Leave me alone. I bought this giant green ball all for myself. Never said I'd share it. I might just like say, go just eat it with my whole damn face. Boom, 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 boom. Then the next one goes. There's that laughing part again. I don't give a shit. Because soon, this will be the number one show in the world. And we will talk about news. I swear is news. Oh, man. Shootings. Look, Josh Larson is coming on today real soon. Because I like to say treat instead of three. But we're going to talk about the shootings. Everybody started shooting each other. That's not a side effect of the fireworks ban. That's a side effect of a truly collapsed society. And I can't shake you guys hard enough with the virtual shirt shake and tell you that if you aren't making dramatic changes in your life right now to distance yourself from this madness, you are going to get caught up in it. If you aren't putting aside food, if you aren't making plans for a distant retreat, if you are still thinking that in 2025, you're just going to go to Walmart, nope, you're going to have to wipe your ass with a bullet in 2025, or somebody will do it for you. What you say about my flag? You know Donald Trump's about to get reelected in 2024. You know that the Democrats had him on the ropes. You know that our only chance to kill Donald Trump has come and gone, and he's only stronger. Donald Trump might be stronger right now than he was when he was the president. Right now, he's untouchable. Right now, that dude could say anything he wants. Right now, and moving forward, dude, that dude's kicking it with Matt Gaetz, and Matt Gaetz is I think 70 that's an appropriate way to bring Josh on. I was like, Josh, tag me. We're like WWF for a minute. Josh doesn't even know he's on.
What's up, man? Yeah, a little laggy, but I got you.
Man,
morning.
this whole house is made out of cinder blocks. Sorry, I'm not wearing a shirt. I'm not gonna do it. Sorry, not sorry.
I was gonna say I do feel slightly overdressed, but yeah, it's okay.
It's like 110 degrees. Not in this room. In this room, it's only like 105. I had to. Hey, but real shit, man. If people don't have the foresight to see not what's coming up the road, the foresight to see what's right now. What's right now? Don't they remember what it's like when 100 people try to jump on a lifeboat that has room for 10? It's gonna sink. Don't they remember what it's like to be the 100th person in a bread line with 99 loaves of bread? Right, I got 99 problems, bitch, but bread isn't one of them. The ocean is on fire. They opened the gate to hell. It's everywhere. So let me pull out this headline real quick, Josh. I'm gonna just throw it at you because I got confronted. So 230 people were killed in shootings over the weekend for the 4th of July. Bro, Bree. What? I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Like, how much worse could this be if you would have told me in the year 2000, you would have said 4th of July, 2020 states by guns. I would have said, well, it's a little drastic, but I could see the progression going. Just in Chicago, 100 people were shot. Chicago's big, but it ain't that big. Chicago's big, but it ain't that big. 100 people shot, 18 fatally.
This is the way we're going now as a country, as a society. This is what we're drifting towards, is more and more of this. Unless people start figuring it out and switching things up. But we've had people locked up for so long and in their own homes or stuck by themselves that are out there openly sharing their idiotic ideas. You're gonna piss people off when you do that. And shoot, people don't believe the cops are around anymore, so they're gonna start shooting even more. This is just a slow progression. This is only the beginning.
What's crazy is they talk about incrementalism and they talk about the frog in the pot with the boiling water. Yo, that pot lost its water years ago. That frog is a charred up piece of food that's underneath your burner in your kitchen. It's the pan is burned. There's smoke. Your fire alarm is going off. The fire department is spraying water all over your precious memories of pictures of your grandma when she used to dance for the boys at the port. And next thing you know, you're talking about incrementalism. 100 people shot in one city isn't incrementalism. We are in the middle of hell. This is the end of the Bible. We're living it, man. The ocean's on fire, and they were spraying more water on it. Yo, I bet people are happy to see you, Josh. No, Corey, things are super glitchy. I'm sorry. Things are super glitchy. The only thing that rings true is Josh's wisdom. What's the answer, Josh? Get more guns?
Yeah, getting more guns is never the answer. That's the hard part. I think it's such a mindset that's in people now, that of guns being a part of our life, just being there. Whether guns are a part of your life because you're angry that people have guns and you want to tell them not to, or guns are a part of your life because you hunt and you use them only for hunting purposes. Whatever it is, they're so distilled in our American minds that the thought that we're going to be able to get rid of them is, it seems so daunting. It just doesn't seem like it's possible. It seems too large, maybe. But I don't know. We got to figure out something. But guns they're so American and so much a part of our life that I don't know if we can get rid of them.
You know what's crazy is the guy shoots the gun, or the guy shoots the cop. The good guy shoots the bad guy. The other cop comes and shoots the good guy that shot the bad guy that shot the cop. A lot of the people that get shot and killed have guns. A gun doesn't protect you from getting shot. A gun only stops you, or a gun only allows you to shoot somebody else. It doesn't remedy a situation.
Nope.
Yeah, you spend 365 days out of the year, 24 hours a day, 60 minutes in an hour, knowing where your gun is, keeping your gun locked up safe, going through scenarios. What am I going to do when this happens? I got a gun. What am I going to do when the relatives visit? I got a gun. How am I going to vote? I got a gun, right? Motherfucker, for what? You're going to get caught slipping anyways. I'm going to hit your ass upside the head with a can of beans, right? Are you telling me that you are better at pulling out, assessing a situation and shooting me than 13-year-old Jesse is at catching a one-hopper, moving to third, looking back the runner and throwing a sidearm to the first baseman who stretches out? That outstretched glove is your head, homie. I will throw a freaking can of beans that will hit you right in your head while you're looking for your gun. Why? Because while you are spending your worrisome, anxiety-filled, static electricity style of energy around your gun, I'm living in peace, petting animals. Just, someday if it happens, it's going to happen. But my arrow will ring true because I only have one arrow, right? Motherfucker that got a gun like that, his energy is all over the place. I'm not going to ask you, but you can volunteer whether or not you have a gun. I'd be curious.
No, I do not. I got a handheld crossbow that I bought on Amazon for $20 and a police baton. That's where I'm at.
Is your handheld crossbow for home defense?
No, it's to be honest, it's for shooting the tree in the backyard because it's pretty fun. You tape a balloon up there, you shoot it, it goes pop, you feel real cool. It's like a Robin Hood kind of a thing. I like to do a barrel roll, pop up, ta-da! And then hopefully you hit the tree. Otherwise you lose. I've lost 2 arrows already, to be honest with you. I only got 1 left, but the thing's super fun. It doesn't go far. It goes like 6 feet.
That's so awesome that you brought up Robin Hood, because as soon as you said you had a crossbow, I was thinking of those 2 vultures that are guarding the castle with the crossbows.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, we get it. Josh has the good feed. We get it, Corey. Yeah, leave it alone. No, I'm kidding. Hey guys, we have a new segment that we're working on with my man, the Angry New Yorker, and his cousin. It's you'll never fucking guess who it's starring. Angry Cousin Carl and the Angry New Yorker, but I don't know if I have it going correctly, obviously, because I just covered Josh and I up. But I am going to bring up the Angry New Yorker because he saw a UFO. So,
nice.
And he videotaped it, and he was already going to start doing a segment with us from New York, right? Where he shoots us the New York Minute and just tells us what's on his mind, because he just walks the streets of New York all day. He mostly talks about wrestling, so I don't know. I hear blah, 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 the Undertaker, something. I don't know. But when he's not talking about wrestling, he's got some great insight perspective. So I was like, yo, G, start shooting us some clips. I'll build you a bed. But I think I messed up the bed. But we do have his clips. So let me see if I can make this work for us. Oh, sorry about that. And I'll also take advantage of this opportunity while I'm getting this ready in case I forget in 4 minutes. Podcast listeners, I can't ask any more of you than you're already doing. You're holding us down. We did fall out of top 7,000 in the world, which is crazy. We were so close. We'll get back there. Pretty soon I'll just start paying people Kudokans to watch the show, and they'll be like, oh. Pretty soon I'll make people do crazy stuff for Kudokans. I'll be like, shove this banana in your ear. And they'll be like, I don't want to, but I really want a Kudokan. I really want a damn Kudokan. Okay, let's see if I can bring this up. So, like this. Is this called? Add to stream. Boom. Well, there he is in all his handsome glory. Why does he look like Vietnam? It's 2000 and it's 2021. This looks like it's 1967. There was in the jungles of North Vietnam. A bunch of dudes in pajamas just ran up on us, yelling some stuff. I shot them all. Okay, here we go. It's a three-part series, so let me get these out. This is New York Minute with Angry New Yorker.
Yeah. Tonight, put up a video. I think that shit was a UFO. Really weird in the sky on July 4th. I looked up, saw a light. Thought it was a drone. Too big to be a drone. Thought it was a chopper. Wasn't making no noise. Then it started blinking this red light. We got a little creeped out. And I kept staring at it. Yeah.
Hold on now. You tell me that's not from Vietnam. He thought it was a drone, then he thought it was a chopper. I thought it was a chopper. I was staring at it. Okay, let's go up to.
So it was in the sky, blinking. Mind you, it's 4th of July. The whole sky's lighting up because my entire neighborhood was letting off Macy's level mortars till about 4 in the morning. But this happened around 10:30, 11 o'clock. So I'm looking at the thing, it's blinking a red like SOS type light. I show my neighbor, we're both staring at it. Finally, I said, I'm gonna take my camera. So it was in the sky, blinking.
Hold on. So finally he says, I'm gonna take my camera. All right. And here's part 3.
What did you know? The second. What did you know? The second.
My cousin's such a. There's aliens here. They're gonna come pick up cousin Carl. Thanks for watching.
So what did you know? The second I put my camera on it, the thing descends like a Jetson spaceship. The only thing that was missing was the. All I know is that there's aliens in the Bronx. Take me with you. Take me with you.
My cousin's such a bitch. There's aliens here. They're gonna come pick up cousin Carl. Thanks for watching.
That was a New York Minute. It'll be better, I assure you. I'm seriously working 20-hour days. I can only do so much. I thought I made that bed. I didn't. Look. Boom. Starring Angry Cousin Carl and Friends. It's supposed to be perfect. That's Top Rope Dope. That's my shit. That's my guy. Yo, it is the bottom of the hour. I already shouted out my podcast people just in case this happened. That's Josh Larson. I'm Jussie Sponberg. Sorry we're glitching out a tiny bit, but I'm in like a room made out of cinder blocks. Not even lying. All right, we'll be right back in 30 seconds with Red Panda.
every time.
Yo, Josh, that lady, I can't think of her name. The Olympics, the Olympic runner. What's her
Sha'Carri
name?
Richardson.
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Sha'Carri Richardson.
That lady. Okay, so Josh, Sha'Carri Richardson isn't going to be able to run in the Olympics because she got high. Boo doo 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 doo. It sucks.
It does.
But there's a rule. There's a rule about smoking pot in the Olympics. It's a long-standing rule that even Larry Bird had to follow, right?
Yep.
Larry Bird has no rules, right? That's why they call him Larry Bird, because he just fly away. If they told Larry Bird he couldn't smoke pot, Larry Bird didn't smoke pot, so he go to the Olympics. I think that it's a lot of misplaced outrage. And I think it's a lot of sensationalized people reading headlines, people reading other people's headlines off people's Facebooks going on. When people are like, this is racism. Look, there's a lot of racism in the world. But that's not racism, right? A UA knows no colors. You know what is racism? Okay, hold on. You talk.
I'm an athlete. I'm one of those. I played sports in high school. I played in college. I played out. So as an athlete, there are rules that are in there. And your job as the athlete is to figure out how to bend those rules in your favor so you can keep winning and that you can play. So unfortunately, it's just a rule. And I got to be honest, she said it perfectly. She took full responsibilities for her actions. She understood that what she was doing was something that was not allowed. And this is the punishment for it. It sucks. I think we need to work on rule changes. I think that there needs to be some modification. But it's hard when you're talking about the Olympics. You're not just talking about the laws in America. You're talking about the laws across the world. And you have to put blanket statements down because we're talking about athletes from all over the world. Many different countries, many different beliefs, many different laws, and ways to handle stress or other things. So it sucks. It's horrible that, her mom passes and she decides to take a hit off a joint. And that cost her, the next 4 years of her life until she can get back there again. So it's sad. We got to work on rule changes, but you chose to be in the Olympics. She chose that. And she chose to follow by those rules. And unfortunately, she wasn't able to do it.
People say that cannabis is not a performance enhancer. But if you legalized cannabis consumption for the Olympics, then it absolutely would be a performance enhancer because the United States has the chronic, right? Imagine these other people dudes from Kenya. He's from Kenya. Like, I can't participate. I have a headache from smoking this freaking joint made out of twigs, or somebody from some other crazy ass country with just crappy weed. The Mexican team. You're telling me that cannabis isn't a performance enhancer if the United States team is playing the Mexican team, right? and the United States team has United States chronic, and the Mexican team has Mexican weed. You're telling me that's not a performance enhancer?
Like, I'll be honest, when I played in some of those adult men's basketball leagues, I absolutely would take a bong rip before the game, and it absolutely helped me play better. All it did was relax me, though. Marshawn Lynch, the running back for the Raiders and then Seahawks and all that, he did the same thing, except for his was 3 shots of Hennessy before he went on the field. So is Hennessy and alcohol performance enhancing? No, but if it helps you relax a little bit and that's what you need to go perform in front of millions of people, then, hey, that's what you need to do that. So does it make you play better? Does it make you run faster? No. Will it help you relax a little bit, get some good night's sleep, be able to stop worrying about your mother's passing as you're trying to run for the biggest thing in your life? Yeah, it will. But unfortunately, if you sign up to play in their league, you got to play by their rules. So,
weed fucks up my hoop game, man. Man, oh my God, I get so non-committal and non-judgmental and like, you want to take it to the hole, right past me? Do whatever you want, bro. I'm not running your life. Or like, you know, you got a guy open in the corner and you got a guy open over on the elbow and you're like, I didn't even see you guys, man. I just took it to the hole because I have confidence. Like, I'm just really confident about my game right now. I don't know. I'm just in a real good space. So I felt like shooting it, right? Self-care. But then my teammates are like, I'm open. I don't even see him because I got tunnel vision. I think that's why the Trailblazers couldn't pull it off in the 99 and the 2000s because they were smoking too much pot. I mean, I didn't even see you open in the corner.
man, Kobe, what?
Damn, he dunked on me, man. Blazers are wearing a bathrobe. Like, what are you doing?
I'm not gonna lie, man. When I smoke, I dish dimes like magic, man. I see the court like nothing else. Everything slows down for me just enough to where it feels like normal. Man, it's great. That's my routine, man. Take a nice rip, go step out on the court, start shooting around.
Hey, say it again. Say, I'm an athlete.
Hey, man, I'm an athlete, man. I guess that sounded way cooler when I was in my 20s. At 35 now, I really regret saying that.
Yeah, adult league was fun when I was in my 30s. But now that I'm in my 40s, I just can't risk it. The risk reward for me to like get a high five from a dude that probably has a flag on his truck. Like, man, way to stretch that into a double. Like, yeah, my back is out. Like, why did I slide on a Portland Park and Rec fucking field? Oh my God, my elbows I got gravel in my elbows from second base. Like,
Dude, Westmoreland, it's the worst.
yeah, there's a freaking potholes.
Dude, I'm always sliding in there. You always are picking the rocks out and digging it out. It's the worst field.
Hey, if you're playing in Portland, Oregon, if you're playing softball in Portland, Oregon, is the dome tent in play?
The what?
The dome tent. Like if you hit it and it's like it's a shallow blooper to left field. Oh, it hits off the dome tent. Is the dome tent foul or fair? Is the dome tent?
No, it's fair.
Dome tent's fair.
Yep.
It's right on the line. There's a dome tent right on the third baseline. It's fair. The dome tent's fair. Play it. It's in play. Oh, damn. Yeah. It's the home team appears to have 17 players on the field. We don't know those guys.
Softball.
We don't know those guys. They're all just houseless people that just live right behind third base.
That's your third base coach right there. He's just waving them on.
No. Steal third? I have like 8 bikes. Oh, man. That's why the only way that Portland should get a Major League Baseball team is if all of the players come from a houseless community and they get to sleep in the stadium after the game. Let's get a real home team out there.
That's right.
Oh, damn. Okay, let's stop with the jokes because here's the real conversation. Boo fucking who you don't get to go to the Olympics. The Olympics are stupid as shit anyways. Okay? The Olympics are racist as shit anyways. In fact, the only thing cool about the Olympics is the racial aspect of it, right? Being like, this team of 6'5" white guys with blonde hair playing today against Costa Rica. Everybody on the Costa Rican team is animosity on display, right? Like, you tall, slow fucks, we hate you. And they're like, you short, fucking speedy sons of bitches will defeat you, right? And then you're like, the Japanese volleyball team, they're like, oh, the net is so high up there, right? And then you got like the Nigerian team, they're all 7 foot. They just smash, smash, smash. So that component is cool. And it was also cool when Muhammad Ali had Parkinson's disease and they gave him the Olympic torch. And he was just waving it all over, and people were like, he's going to burn that shit down. He was like a villager. Get away, get away. Like, just light the torch. I'm trying. I'm everywhere in this motherfucker right now. Oh, God damn.
I'm sorry. I know that everyone's getting all, the Olympics are racist now. And am I the only one who watched Cool Runnings? I thought in 1994, Disney taught us that the Olympics were racist. We've known this for a long time. This isn't a brand new thing. All of a sudden, we have uproar because the fastest lady in the world doesn't get to run. Again, watch Disney Plus. It's on there right now. You can go watch Cool Runnings. This is the way the Olympics are. They've been like that forever.
That would be so awesome if you cited Cool Runnings as a source in your bibliography. Like, as mentioned in a notable historic documentary, Cool Runnings.
John Candy says it.
I've never seen Cool Runnings, so when you asked, "Are you the only person that saw Cool Runnings?" I'm like, maybe. I can't. I don't know for sure.
You got to check it out. Jamaican bobsled team. And I'd be right there. That just lets you know. John Candy is the old legend, and he's going to coach these Jamaicans who are great sprinters who want to go to the Olympics, become bobsledders. And guess what? The Olympics hold them back because it's a bunch of Jamaicans, and they don't want them to be a part of it. It's Disney. It's great.
I know that as a cultural phenomenon, Cool Runnings like vaulted Jamaican bobsledders into like, you can really pull a lot of tail in like the late 80s by telling people you're a Jamaican bobsledder. Like, if you're up in the club, if you're like in Miami, you're like, can I buy you a drink? They're like, yeah, it's $35. I'm a Jamaican bobsledder. They're like, oh, whoa, your drink's on me. And then women are just flocking to you. And then all the guys are like, how did he do it? And then Josh is like, am I the only guy that's seen Cool Runnings? And the other guy's like, nope. Anyways, how about this for the performative racism of America that doesn't think it's racism and wants to prove so bad that it's not racism that it can't even take apart a story like that? And they're like, oh, that black woman smoked a blunt, and so look, that was my subtle racism right there, yo. Look, that was my implicit bias, and I'm just going to assume that the black lady smoked a blunt, right? I mean, that does come from a lot of my personal experience, but that right there, that's the shit you got to take apart and look at, right? You're internalized. You're like, I'm not racist. Like, yeah, right. Like, we all are. We can't help it. But it's important that when you catch yourself, you unpack it like that. Like, okay. So let's say that black woman took a bong hit, man, and then failed the test and it's trained, right? You know what they did to Michael Phelps? Man, they ran Michael Phelps through the ringer. That fool, man, they were like coming to his house. Hey, but fuck Lance Armstrong, though, right?
Yeah. We have this weird thing where we don't know what drugs we want to let athletes cheat with and which ones we do. That's that weird in between. Didn't Phelps lose a Wheaties box over smoking weed? His little bong photo. I know
Yeah,
it's so menial for
but he
him,
found it. He found it.
I know that's such a menial thing since he's already gotten to compete. He already got to get his rings. But at the same time, a Wheaties box for athletes is the peak. It's the top. So, I mean, he did lose things in his picture of the bong rip picture that went whatever viral.
You know, when he lost his Wheaties box, that was as close as I'll ever feel to an athlete because I've lost some honeycombs and I looked forever and it was in the fridge.
Was the milk in the cabinet though? That usually what happens to me is I switch them.
Okay, let's have a real conversation that's not about performative racism. Let's talk about the people in Georgia or Florida or Texas, specifically black people in southern states, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Oklahoma, until recently New Mexico, probably both of the Carolinas. If you get caught with a small amount of cannabis, you will go to jail and you will sit until you get to see a judge unless you can bail out. And you will have a high bail. And you will sit in freaking jail and the state will make money off you. And you will lose your job. You will lose your house. You will lose everything you got while you sit in jail over a half of a joint. Yo, it's even a thing for white people too, right? So, speaking of
In
personal
Texas,
experience,
there was an Alex Caruso, NBA player, point guard, got busted with a bunch of weed. That became a big news story because it's the one nerdy white guy on the Lakers, and he gets caught with weed in Texas.
what happened to him?
He's an athlete, so he bailed out for whatever his $2,000 bail was and went about his business. But it became the big joke because they're like, finally a white guy gets busted with.
Check this out.
A Laker.
If you get caught with extract in Texas, if you get caught with oil, cannabis oil or dabs, mandatory 5 years prison sentence. If you get caught with the intent to distribute in the state of Texas, extracts, mandatory 10-year sentence in a Texas state penitentiary. A Texas state penitentiary because you got caught with extract.
Imagine going into jail a stoner and walking out a criminal, right? Like if I go to jail for a prison to 10 years in Texas, I'm walking out more of a criminal than I was when I walked in there. I was just a dude trying to get high when I walked in there. And now I'm coming out with knowledge of how to get things done. That's insane.
But one time I smuggled a bunch of extract into Texas and I didn't know the penalty for it because I didn't even want to put my energy there. I was like, it doesn't matter since I'm not going to get caught. Why would I look it up? Then when I got there, emptied my stash and then Googled it, I was like, oh my fucking God. Yo, and let me tell you this, if you're trying to smuggle, not even smuggle, right? Like maybe you just really smoke that much. But from Oregon to Texas, man, like Idaho, prison, fucking Utah, prison, New Mexico, prison, freaking everywhere. Not now, but and so it's a whole business. It's a whole industrial complex, the prison industrial complex, right? They make so much money off UAs, and they make so much money off. You know what? I'll tell you a fucking story, and I hate to censor myself again, but this is my show. One time I was on probation for some crazy shit, but it was minor, but I was on probation and I had to take UAs and I failed my UA. And then I was in a motel room with my infant son, and all of a sudden at 9 o'clock in the morning, I knew because I just looked at the clock and fell back asleep at 8:59. At 9 o'clock in the morning, they kicked my door of my motel room open, and 4 cops in full SWAT gear with rifles screamed my name and pointed guns at the bed, right? And I had to dive on my kid. Like, what are you doing? There's a baby in the bed. Don't fucking shoot nobody. What is going on? And they're like, we got a warrant for your arrest. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so luckily I had somebody that I could give my fucking child to. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Here's my car keys. I should be back out in a minute. Over a failed fucking weed UA, I did 30 days in the county jail. The only time I ever actually went to jail was over a failed weed UA. Now, mind you, I was doing cocaine the whole time, but that's out of your system in 3 fucking days, right? Rich people can do that. Rich people can get high, don't have to take a UA for 3 days and get away with it forever. But don't be a poor person caught up in the industrial complex that replaced slavery. You know, sorry to just keep talking, but when we were trying to legalize pot in Oregon, the number one reason that the law enforcement department didn't want it legalized wasn't for safety in the community. It wasn't for protection of the citizens. It was for loss of revenue. The amount of money that is made by those stupid drug treatment things where you're going for an assessment and there's no possible way for you to get out of it, right? They give you assessment and it's designed for you to fail so that you get caught up, right? No matter what you say, they're going to find a hole. The only thing you can say to get out of that is you look that lady right in the eye and you be like, look, old bird, I'm on some shit bigger than you could ever know anything about. I'm trying to save the whole planet. And if you give me this fucking drug treatment right here, you're going to have me under the thumb of the man. And once they have me under their thumb, I will lose all my power. If you give that to him right now, you're destroying all hope the planet Earth has. I'm the only hope. Bro, it's worked twice. This worked fucking twice. Twice when I was obviously an alcoholic. I fought the cops. I just told the lady, like, do you understand the prison industrial complex? Do you understand what they're going to do to me? You set me up for a road of failure. Why? Because the cop says I was going to throw him over the stairwell? I wasn't. I wasn't. I know he was scared, but I wouldn't have done that. Right? But imagine if I was black. I hate saying that all the time.
It's a whole different ballgame, though. I mean, it hates to say it, but it's the way we are right now. It is something that you have to take into consideration, and it won't go away until more people do start taking it into consideration, you know? Just the fact that you stop and think for a minute, like, I shouldn't have had to said that, but you did, as part of hopefully working it out of the system for everybody.
She doesn't get to go to the Olympics. There shouldn't even be an Olympics. Fuck the Olympics. Do you know that the Olympics were held in fucking Nazi Germany when Hitler had already declared the black man to be inferior? That's the whole Jesse Owens story, which is so beautiful. The Olympics allowed that, man. The Olympics have been in some really nasty places at some really nasty times. They shouldn't even be in the United States. The Olympics are so corrupt.
If we want to, as a country, take that stand that we want to take, the way to do it is to back out of the Olympics as a whole. It won't happen because of money that makes everything go round and makes everyone be involved. But that's how you take a stand, is don't do the Olympics. We don't need them. We have the track and field. We have all of the events. We're able to watch them. Just put on a country thing, a worldwide thing, or a USA thing. And let's Let's do it the right way.
Hold on. We're the bad guys. Like what the bad guys going to host
now. But what I'm saying is, let's take
the empire. The empire is going to protest the Olympics. The land of racism, the land where cops murder people strictly because of the color of their skin, is going to try to take the moral high road and have empire-only stormtrooper Olympics. There is no good guys.
I think that's the other part, though. In the Olympics, it's not like the other countries are good. There are no good guys in this scenario as it goes along. Somebody has to take a stand. Somebody has to step up. And I'm thinking like
our whole Olympic gymnast program, our Olympic gymnastics program for years, decades, has been just a molestation factory and has been allowed to go on. And people are like, oh, that sucks. And then like, boom, keep going. Let's just keep pushing through the Olympics. For what? For Coke, for Pepsi, we're the Hunger Games. You know what they do for the Olympics? They have all these cities take taxpayer money and bribe these Olympic officials. And then if you do, unfortunately, get the Olympics in your country, you go murder all the dogs. You go beat up and displace all the homeless people. You go gentrify everything. You steal all the taxpayer money to build these opulent arenas of gladiatorial, spectatorial entertainment. And then they fall into decrepit disrepair. And they sit as a blight and an eyesore in your community as a testament to the folly of everything that our civilization is built upon. Choke yourself with the fucking vines, sons of bitches. I'm sorry, Josh. I invite you on my show and then I just talk the whole time.
Oh, no, man. This is great. I'm enjoying this. This is awesome.
You're such a good co-host.
I love the sports talk when it's able to not be sports related. You know what I mean? Like it's sports related, but it's not sports full on. It's not, they didn't do the right play. This is life coming into sports. That I really enjoy that side of it. The fact, that weed is still such a big part in all major aspects of professional athletes is insane to me because I'm from Portland and weed's not much of a big deal. But, it gets to show that the rest of the world, the rest of the country, it's very different. I just don't get it. Weed's gotta become that next thing that gets legalized and that we can stop talking about this. How it's not looked at like a couple of shots of Hennessy blows my mind.
Man, that's an hour, G. Where can they find your shit?
Look up Dying on the Inside. You can find the audio podcast on all major podcast spots, Spotify, iTunes. Look me up on YouTube, Dying on the Inside, or follow me on social media at ShutUpStupid13.
I bet if you dropped a plug for What the F is Ladylike right now, it would make it on Instagram.
Oh, and definitely make sure to check out What the F is Ladylike. You can find that on Spotify, and they got a great TikTok as well, too. I follow them on TikTok, What the F is Ladylike.
Yo, that works for everybody, not just me and Josh. If you make a video that says you love What the F is Ladylike, I guarantee you'll make it on their TikTok. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. I will do my best and to get a good signal and crank it out. Find Josh, Shut Up Stupid 13 everywhere. Don't ask about the other 12 stupids. All right, 5,000 G.
Shining like a diamond. Call me Rocky, Muhammad Ali. On your box of Wheaties, Earth Cutter, Air Magazine. Second place, Mike. What you think? You's a buster. What you think? More Memphis. No thing. More Memphis. No three things. Winning, and more winning. I stays in first.